All right. So the reason why a lot of office holders handle position carelessly is because it's not their own. You understand? It is not their own. If this country were to be for them, that is why you hear them saying something like, government money is nobody's money, it's everybody's money. But they forget that one of the things we don't like to hear in this world is that we'll give account one day. But a lot of humans, we don't like hearing something like that. And then another thing is that is the same reason why you see that a doctor graduates, you take an oath or you take your oath as a medical doctor, and then they employ you in a government hospital. And because the hospital is not your own, you live there anytime you like. You go home with equipment that belong to the government. So this is what I was saying in one of my video previously, that the reason why people do a lot of things is because it is not their own. Until you understand, you will not get to know that this is what people are actually doing. Nobody cares. You can just example, you can take your money. I'm just giving an example. Take your money, give it to, maybe example, your wife, and look at the way she waste your money, spend your money. You understand? But if it is her own that she labor for, she will not do that. So people have this thinking that it's not a good thing, that because something is not your own, you didn't labor for it, and then you just, the same thing applies to children. The same thing applies to a lot of people. People that you say that they waste resources, some of the resources that people waste in countries is because it is not their labor. They just walk into it, they see the money, and they forget that there are people that labor to bring these resources before it reaches them finally as a cash for them that are holding political positions. So this is what is happening. And until we change this thinking that this thing does not belong to me because it's not my own, I should just do it anyhow. You get, you how many of us will handle our businesses carelessly? But because we will not handle our own businesses carelessly, but because maybe a particular business is not, you're not the owner of the business, you come anytime, you go anytime, you work anyhow, you don't put your effort into what you're doing, and they pay you every month. So I just want to share this with us, and we pray that we begin to change our thinking and our way of life. It's not a good thing for us to frustrate each other. It's not a good thing. So that is the reason why you see people, many things that people do. When you give somebody your car to service, they'll service it anyhow because it's not their own. When you give somebody your car to drive, they'll rough it and return it to you because it is not their own car. If it is their car, they will not do that.